not good. What's going on, guys? I've got a new project truck here. It's a 65 F250 from the same family as Garfield, which you might remember, the C20 that Aaron and Emily from Flying Sparks Garage bought. It's 460 swapped, noisy, exhaust leak. But damn is it solid. There's no rust in this thing. Cab corners, the mounts, everything is just mint. We'll be throwing some parts at it, kind of making it ride better, fix the brakes, probably rebuild the carbs since it's a little bit cold-blooded, see what else it needs, but we're just kind of trying to make it something fun for Jim, the owner, to cruise in. All in all, not a bad little truck. You can kind of hear it's got an exhaust leak over here. I think one of the collectors is leaking. But this is a Lincoln motor, a 460. Got a coil, some decent looking wires on it, runs okay. Starter doesn't like to work when it's hot, so we're going to address that. Maybe deal with this PCV air breather abomination going on here. And probably my least favorite part, this wiring, because oh my god, I don't even know if these are hot. I don't know what any of this is. So we've got some cleanup to do. Maybe get these wires away from the rotating parts. Jeez Louise, that is highway to the danger zone right there. I think maybe a little carb rebuild, starter blanket, a little cleanup under here, and she'll be alright. Alright, I'm under the truck. Show off a couple things I noticed here. Number one, the reason I ordered a muffler, you can see there that this one is just completely blown apart. The rest of the exhaust system is pretty much fine, so I'm going to try to salvage it. Again, I don't want to spend $200-300 on new hangers and clamps and tubing. Just have something that's going to be equally as rusty in 8 months, and it's only going to get driven intermittently in the summer. I traced this wire all the way up under the cab to this mess. It's not actually connected to anything, but there's a termination end on it, so it's not live. It has a fuse, so at some point it was probably being used. I'm not super thrilled. It actually has, it was either a label or someone was trying to cover up a connection with painter's tape. Well, bit of bad news on the F250, not the truck, but the video. One of my SD cards ate a bunch of the footage, so you guys don't get to see all the boring, basically maintenance that I did. I've gone through and rewired some of the taillights, installed this bumper. It didn't have one before. It's a really nice little fabric cobbled unit here from a Junkyard. I've gone through just some new shocks, repacked the front bearings, adjusted the brakes, kind of just roadworthiness stuff. Then under the hood, rebuilt carburetor and some wiring there as well. So last thing we've got, this thing sounds like crap and has exhaust leaks and one of the mufflers is popped. So we're going to see if we can't scoot under there today, hack that out, and throw in some new mufflers we got. Alright, so I rebuilt the carburetor. For a more detailed video of that, I've got a separate one of just the rebuild. I've gone through some of the suspension already. I've just got one bearing and tire to go, and all the wiring cleanup under the hood is done. So I think, to keep me motivated, I'm going to see if the thing will start, see if the repairs worked. not a good sound. Well, we still have 30 pounds of oil pressure. At least according to the gauge, it's full of oil. That is not a happy sound. What the f*** is that noise? What is wrong with this thing? So good news, I found the source of the knocking, and it's not a rod bearing trying to let go. I had the rear axle up in the air with the wheel off, and I guess the linkage is a little weird on the transmission, so the mechanical clicking was actually just the driveline or the torque converter kind of part way engaged, so a little wiggle of this guy here, and it stopped, so I didn't kill a big block. Great news. I think all that's left is fix the horrendous exhaust leak and some new mufflers, and should be back on the road.